tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove. Synchronized slip now, we're on the move.
Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time.
Talking gold and silver and crypto too. With Joe and the gang, it's what we do.
Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time. We're stacking sats, we're stacking gold. In the world of finance, real gold. Every sip, every chart, we're on our way to financial freedom, come what may.
So grab that tasty beverage, let's get in the groove. Synchronized slurp now, we're on the move.
Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time. Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time.
Yeah, my target was wrong. My target was wrong for gold versus the stock market. Way wrong. It's going much higher, most likely. We'll take a look at that. Of course, live gold, silver, platinum analysis, Bitcoin, crypto, all the other little cryptos that you love as well. Maybe some of them that are your favorites. If you're using if you're watching this on the replay, use the time codes below to go to your favorite part box in the background. But if you're watching live, you get to enjoy every single thing we do here at Good Morning Stackers with the new look with the live chat in the corner right there. With me, Joe Main, but in the first 1 minute of the show, we do the synchronized slurp. You grab a tasty beverage. I grab my tasty beverage. We slurp them synchronously together. Oh my God, it feels so good in the morning. Maybe you've had your one coffee already. Maybe this is your second sip. Maybe you're somewhere else in the world. It's the evening. You're having I don't know what it is. Could be a little tipple. I don't know. You do you. Slurp them synchronously together. You must do it audibly with the GMS family. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, look at this fancy new chat setup thing. I'm trying to get used to it. And literally there's a stool in the background. Give me one. I don't like it. Give me 1 second. There we go. That's better. Who am I? You're like, who's this random dude on the internet? I am Joe Main, M-A-I-N. I'm coming to you live from Melbourne in Australia. I've been a stacker of precious metals since 2010, a stacker of crypto since 2013. Now I do this week daily live show. I also happen to have worked for 3 of the big boy gold and silver bullion dealers here in Australia, serving thousands of customers. So I know a lot about precious metals. I know a little bit about crypto and stuff as well since 2013. I launched and grew multiple YouTube channels and social media presences for those businesses as well. So if you'd like help with your own business, you can hit me up with an email at gmstackers@gmail.com. Oh, I got rid of the chat there. gmstackers@gmail.com would be the best way to get in contact with me. I will teach you, let me go back here. I will teach you the skills of how to create consistently engaging content for your business or your personal brand as well. Personal branding and businesses are highly tied to each other now. So it's really the way to go. And yeah, let's talk about it. So what do you think? Look at this fancy thing over here. So I've got this chat thing over here on the right-hand side. I'm going to change it to live chat instead of top chat, and that should work even better. Oh, you guys are just looking fantastic. Let's do some shout-outs before we get to the topic of the day. Of course, the show is brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, and Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. Now that's me right down there. If you want to continue the conversation on Telegram, go to the very top there. If you're watching live right now, you can go to the link, the very first chat, and click on that link. It will take you to the Telegram channel, and you can chat with everyone 24/7, even after the show is done. Can you imagine that? Pete says GMS CT is back. CT's like back for a while. That's great to see. Back every day now. CT from the Lone Star State in Texas. Richard Pin. SIL is doing great. Yeah, we'll take a look at a few different things here, of course. Let me get that chat overlay there. I can see that a little bit better. Morning, Joe, says Jason Ashworth. Morning, Jason. Good to see you. GMS, tell me what you're thinking about the side chat here. Is everyone seeing it? Is it coming through? Hi, all. This is the best year for me to get rich. I like that optimism. That is fantastic. Hello, y'all, says Posh Sloth. I haven't seen you on the channel before, Posh Sloth. Are you a long-time watcher, first-time participator in the live chat? Let me know. GMS, David Smith, Rhyme Time. Hey, guess what, Rhyme Time? The next time you do a super chat, it's going to come up in the thing. I'm pretty sure it should do. Do you want to test it out? I'm just kidding. If anyone wants to test out the super chat, literally to see if it comes out, 50 cents. Or I think there's like a minimum of $1 or $2 or something like that. I'd love to see if that comes out. Oh, that's okay. Let me move that there. All right, that's a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? There you go. That's better. Yeah, close enough for jazz. Good. We got a super chat. What happens when I click on that? Give 1 second. What happens? We got a super chat and it's at the top of the thing and we can all see it. And what happens? I see that coming through and someone super chatted. It was Rhyme Time. Thanks, bro. What? $25, mate. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You are a legend. Thank you. Would love to hear your thoughts on platinum if you have time. Of course, I will definitely do platinum. Now, what I want to see, did that come up at the top? Let's see what happens. Oh, and it does too. That is fantastic. Look at this amazing live chat feature. Yeah, that is so cool. All right, it worked, people. Fantastic. Good stuff. Yeah, I absolutely will do that. I'll be talking about platinum today. Rhyme Time, no problem at all. Let's see. CT said, anyone looking at H-bar, the crypto? It's actually on my list of things, so I've got it right there to watch. Let me get rid of that. No, I don't want you. That's a little bit better. Good. Everyone's chat's coming through. They should be. Space Miner. The Don says GMS. Oh, yes. I've watched a couple of your shows. Thank you. Just a modest noob. Great to have you on the show. Posh Sloth. Fantastic. Happy to be here. Fantastic. Great new setup. I think it works okay. I'm trying to, again, just sort of, I've got to move that out the way. So let me just do that because I was trying to get that. And now I've kind of screwed it up. There we go. Is that a little bit better? Good. All right. Enough of this jerking around. Let's talk about it. Cool. Yeah. Cool. I was wrong. My target was wrong. My target on gold versus the stock market was wrong. What am I talking about? Of course, I'm talking about the capital rotation event where we are going through it at the moment, where gold, silver as well, but we'll talk about gold versus the stock market, meaning the S&P 500, the stock market index. It's going through a massive rotation at the moment. It's only been 3 times previously in history where gold has massively outperformed the stock market, like for years and years and years. And it's much, much better to be in precious metals than it is in the general stock market. Would individual stocks maybe go? Yeah, sure. But we're talking about the general market, okay? And we're in that time. Now, I'm going to show you that ratio. I've showed you that ratio many times before. I've got my certain targets that I had. Many times before I've said this, and I'll show you the chart right now. So, then I'll tell you why I was wrong. It's going much higher, okay? Let's Shah and the Scran, hit me up with a follow over here at It's Joe Main, okay? Because I'm going live on X as well. Now, when I do that, I'm going to move over slightly so you can see my beautiful face. Here is, this is tradingview.com. Let me find, that's RSR. That's a crypto. Don't worry about that. We'll get to live gold, silver analysis, Bitcoin, XRP as well. We're going to show you this gold to silver, the gold to SPX ratio right there. Now, I'll give you a quick heads up, by the way. I should have said it in the start of the show. if I have to go on pause for a minute, don't go anywhere. It's just that my 6-year-old son is sick home today. So if he knocks on the door, I'm going to have to attend to him, obviously, because he's my son, bro. Now, this is the gold to stock market ratio. As this number goes up, gold is massively outperforming the stock market. As this number goes down, it's much better to be in the stock market versus gold. Okay. Now, again, you could still see the price of gold rise and stocks rise. It's just one's rising more than the other, or inversely, both could be tanking, but one's tanking more than the other. That's why you're going to see this up and down in the ratio. So you're playing the big asset classes against each other. Okay. Now, as I said many times before when I've shown you this ratio, and I'm using this tradingview.com website, and it's this particular, the two choices I made, this gold CFD and this S&P 500, the main one. It goes back to 2003. Okay, so basing it on that, we had this high, 2003, we had this low in the gold to stock market ratio of around about 0.33, so 1/3. It would take 1/3 of a. It was point. I always get this wrong, don't I? What half? Yeah, no. 1 troy ounce of gold would get you. That's the way it works. So back in the early 2000s, 1 troy ounce of gold would buy you 1/3 of a point of the stock market. Okay, and then we had this huge creep. So then 1 gold ounce could buy you 1.6. Points in the stock market. Okay, 1.6 shares of the S&P 500. That's a massive reevaluation. Okay, so we're talking here to here. That's a 386%. All right, give me 1 second. My son is knocking on the door. Give me 1 second. I'll be back in about 1 minute. I promise. Don't go anywhere. Yeah, that's the joys of live television. Hope you're still all watching right there and chatting amongst yourselves. So here we are, and I'll have to go in a couple of seconds again, just for another 30 seconds or so. Where were we? No, I was just running. So we had a massive move. Let me just click this. So we had this massive move from the early 2000s until 2011. So again, a 380-something% gain. Gold versus the stock market. Okay, so much better to be. And that's a really high point from there to there. Again, 380-something%. Imagine swapping your stock market index, just all your stocks for precious metals, gold in particular, and just riding that for like 7-8 years all the way and then swapping there. Now, no one ever gets it perfect, of course, but with hindsight and with knowledge that the capital rotation is coming back again, which it is in a lot of people's opinion, imagine doing this. Let's go to where we are now, of course, very quickly. We had that bottoming out, and let me do that, for example. We had that bottoming out here in November of 2021. There we go, they're right there. And now we're in an amazing capital rotation event, which seems it's not confirmed just yet, but we've cleared over that 0.5 mark. Okay, that was the very clear signal that we needed, that something's going on. Okay, if we can close this month, this is the monthly time frame, if we can close this month convincingly above there, man, that's a really, really good setup. Many other people other than me have been noticing that. Very clear area, that 0.5. Okay, it's like a big change of the market structure of the gold to stock market ratio. Okay, and I believe over time, onwards and upwards from there, we're going to go through another one. Okay, now here's where I was wrong. And we talked about the fact that this particular data went back to 2003. Okay, so we've always been basing it on that. I think at some point I've said, you know, if I can find the historical charts, you know, we'll take a look and there might be different prices, right? But what I've got right here is, imagine even only getting into gold here, for example. Let's just do even there, where we are right now. I'm not saying do it right now, but even right now, and then you ride that way up to just 1. So 1-to-1 with the stock market. 1 troy ounce of gold gets you 1 point in the stock market. Okay, that's a 90% increase. Great. Okay, let's see what happens if you go, look, I'm going to go to the previous all-time high. All right, I've had a knock on the door. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Won't be long. Chat amongst yourselves. And we're back again. Thank you. Stuff had to be done. I'll tell you. I'll tell you in the comments later on. So here we are. Thank you very much. Right. So we were talking about the fact that, okay, so if you went to parity with the stock market, okay, that's a 90% increase from here. Let's go, okay, you know, I'm going to ride it to the all-time high back from 2011. Okay, so that's at 1.67 mark on the ratio. That's a 215% increase from here right now. Now, am I saying buy gold or swap your stock market for the gold right now, or buy just gold right now? No, okay, watch the levels and all that. But even from here, that's pretty darn good. Now, that's the all-time high though, okay? All-time high, you don't always reach all-time highs, do you? Here's where I was wrong, okay? Now, I'll say wrong with the knowledge that, and I did say previously, with the knowledge that this actually may not be the high. I was always basing it from this high and this low. And I like the fact that 1-to-1 ratio, that's probably going to be some kind of decent resistance, because psychologically you go, oh man, 1 troy ounce of gold gets me 1 point of the stock market. That's amazing. I think you will see a decent bit of swapping at the 1-to-1 ratio, because again, the non-greedy investors or traders, we're all greedy, aren't we, at the end? That's, again, 90% increase from here. Imagine if you had been buying gold down here and you're watching the ratio, that's 150% move, okay? So that's not to knock that all-time high there, which is, again, from here, it's around about 200 and something percent. However, now we're going to take a look at a more historical chart. And I'm going to give a huge shout out to something that I'm subscribed to. You guys know I'm subscribed to it. It is North Star Bad Charts. I can't recommend these guys more highly if you can afford their subscription, which is not that much money. They do these 50% discounts roughly once or twice a year. I think it's once a year. This is North Star Bad Charts. I don't normally share their inside subscriber only posts. However, I have from time to time, and I've let them know ahead of time and they've usually been just completely okay with it because I love them and I big them up at the same time. So you should highly consider going to northstarbadcharts.com, and I align very much with these guys. I've found that when I was looking at this, I'd been looking this previously to joining North Star Bad Charts, and I'd seen this 0.5 level. Oh, that 0.5 look, support there, resistance here, massive resistance here. Man, something's going on. That 0.5 level looks good. Then I join these guys, and they go, hey, the 0.5 level looks really good. Anyway, this is their most recent post, and check it out. This is the much more historical gold to stock market ratio chart. Now, what's the difference? Let's have a quick look here. We'll read that in a second. Here's this. Now, here's my range, right? Let's look at this. That is 2000 and early 2000s to 2011. That's my range right there. This to there is this, roughly. Yeah, is this to there. Okay, let me show you again. That to there is that to there. Let's zoom out, shall we? Yeah, wrong. Wrong with the caveat of I thought I could be wrong because of, more historical charts. Now let's take a look at the real decent chances of a gold to stock market ratio top. Okay, let's take a look at history. According to these guys, this is the target range, and it is somewhere between, I'm going to take my glasses off so I can see better. It is somewhere between 3, not 1.67, it's somewhere between 3, so basically double already, 3 to about 6. Okay, that's crazy. Okay, so let's take a look at history, and we'll read what they have to say about this. So this goes back to, if you can see down here, should I move? I'm going to move there, let me get that out of the way for you so you can see that better. All right, so you can see that. So this is in the 1930s. Okay, that's a V-shaped reversal or a V-shaped capital rotation event. Okay, that's taking it from around about 0.5. Am I still going live? Everyone's good? Yep, great. Still going live. All right, here, and that took it to that 3 to roughly 5 ratio right there. So 1 troy ounce back in the early 30s at some point could get you around about 5 points of the stock market. Okay, then you had this low. Okay, in around about that 0.33 kind of area. Actually, you've got an even lower low there. Okay, we'll go back to that in a second. Then we're talking about the mid 70s, and in particular in the late 70s, early 80s, you had a high up here of around about 6. 1 troy ounce of gold gets you 6 points of the stock market. Okay, now we had this massive outperformance in the stock market from the 1980s, obviously the big boom in stock market, and gold was just dead. No one loved it. Okay, it was completely unloved in the late 90s. Now, I must apologize. What this is, let's see here, that actually gets down to about 1.170, and that's around, that's even, yeah, so that, it's actually around about there. There coincides with this. Okay, so we actually went even lower in the late 90s, okay, very early 2000s. Now, since we've had that move back up to your 1.67 mark, that's right there, but look, you've got so much more room to go. Okay, so this is what they're projecting, and if it comes off, sure, it's very likely that, in the peak of a capital rotation event that you are probably very likely going to break this all-time high and now get into that sort of target range area. And I absolutely agree that could happen. So bare minimum now, I believe we could get to, it's around about 2.5 to 3. So let's pop that here on this one. All right. And does that actually, out of interest, does that match up with any key Fibonacci levels that I have previously had? Okay, so now we're talking 2 to 3 up here. What's that? 2.5 to 3. Oh, that's interesting. So I said 2.5 to 3, didn't I? So that worked out to, that's about 2.5 right there, that peak. Okay, and that's around about 6. Does that match up with any Fibonacci? Ah, it does actually. Okay, cool. So now we're talking, there's your 2.5. So I am super pumped for the capital rotation. I mean, I was pumped before thinking that I might be able to get, 1.7, 1.8, maybe 2 points of the stock market for every troy ounce of gold that I own, or silver. We'll talk about silver in a second. But right about there, that's, 2.5. So that's the 1.618 from that high and that low. That's really easily doable. Then if we take a look at that range, so it's about 3 to 6 roughly. Yeah, actually it's about 3 to 6. You can see that. So if I pop that in, that rectangular range, let's just draw it in here. Call it about 3 to about 6. Well, that's about right. That lines up with the 4.236 Fibonacci. So we'll call it around about there. So that's actually your new target range. Okay, high target. Now we'll talk about high target range. Okay, is 3 to 6 roughly. Cool. That's your new high target range. I am super pumped for this, and you should absolutely be super pumped for this. And that, as I said right there, that top there around about 6, 5.5, 6, that lines up perfectly with the 4.236 Fibonacci from right there. So that is it. That's the new range, man. Okay, let's do some quick calculations here. Let's say that you bought gold right now. You got rid of all your stocks, okay? And let's say you played it to the previous all-time high. Now, 1-to-1, so doable, okay? Completely doable. Let me get rid of you, and I'll put you back over here. Okay, completely doable. 1-to-1 is no-brainer whatsoever. So a 90% move right here to 1-to-1 parity, knowing that we've got these higher historical target ranges, that is so easy. So imagine buying gold now and swapping it at just taking some profits off the table, swapping some gold for the points of the stock market at the 1-to-1 parity. Great. Then you probably want to consider taking some at that previous high, although maybe not, because again, when you take a look at it here, that would be matching up with there. Well, then that's nowhere near an all-time high. So that's just basically coming up, and you'd call that a very, very, very extra bullish change of market structure on the more macro time frame. So you come up to that, you're very easily going to break it. Now they believe this little area here is a complete carbon copy of this move here. So it's like a fractal, if you want to call it that. So that doesn't mean it will go exactly like that, but you can see once it breaks that 1.67, that will probably easily come up to, you've got that level here of around about 2.5 to 3. That's really doable. So imagine doing it there. That's a 360% increase in your stock market points, okay? Versus if you had have just been buying the dip on the stock market. Now, you might hate gold. You might be watching this right now and go, gold is dead, man. It sucks. I hate precious metals. I never want to hold them. They're awful. I just love my stocks, and I'm going to continue to buy the dip on the stock market. Okay, you can do that. You do you, bro. But even if you hate precious metals, the stock market will be going down. We know it will. It's going to have a big event eventually, and it's going to have probably, a 50% move, possibly even down to an 80% move. Okay, that's fine. Hey, you're scooping up your cheap stock market points. Okay, the stock S&P 500. That's good, except for you're watching me and the other people in this channel buy precious metals, and we are way increasing our points of the stock market by playing the precious metals, because precious metals will be going up, stock market will be going down. We'll be doing way better than you, bro, just buying your stocks, okay? I don't mean to, you know what I mean, okay? So really time to start thinking about getting into precious metals if you are not already. So imagine swapping there at the 1.618, at the 2.5 mark. That's a 360% increase from here, okay? Now imagine we just get into the bottom end of this top range, okay? Right there at 3. Okay, that's a 460%. Now imagine if it does it, not saying it will, Okay, if it matches that previous all-time high, and that's around about 6. Okay, what's that? That's a 1,000, a 10 times increase. Okay, buying gold now, swapping it for 10 times more. Okay, for swapping it for, what are we? 6 points of the stock market for every 1 ounce of gold you have. Okay, now that's a big outlier. Are we saying definitely going to there again? No, not necessarily, but within this range, now that I've seen this more historical chart, thank you to NorthStarBadCharts.com for doing that, because I couldn't be bothered finding it myself. That's really doable. At least, bare minimum, the bottom end of this target range at 3 is so incredibly easily doable in this capital rotation event. Imagine doing that. Imagine scaling out around about here, scaling out a little bit more. I mean, swapping some more, seeing where it goes in between here, and then you see if it gets to a big peak, and then, okay, no, we're done. Then you just swap the rest of it, okay? This is the time to be in precious metals, bar no other time in recent history, okay? Gold versus the stock market, my target was wrong. Here are my new targets, somewhere between 3 to 6 as the very top end, okay? And just watching, I'm going to move this. I'm going to move this, I'm going to say from anywhere between here to here, I would say, is now my swap stocks for gold, okay? So I'm going to pop that in, high target range, swap gold for stocks. Swap gold for stocks. That's the new range, people. Okay, I am so pumped for this capital rotation event. Is it coming now? Are we going to see the dip in the stock market from roughly now? I don't know. Somewhere in 2025, early 2026 probably is the time. But the great thing is, look, it already seems like it's taking effect. If we have a close of this month around about this level, so we've got another 13 days, about 2 weeks, you close convincingly above here, that is pretty much the go time signal for it. Okay, now up and down, could you have a retest the next month? Sure. And as long as you hold above that 0.5 level, and as long as this is not a fake out, okay, as long as we don't do this, as long as we don't have a big spike and then we close the month below there, then that's invalidated. It's not time yet, okay? Or if we close above here, but then we have a close below in the next month, okay, yeah, not quite so. But if we have a retest in the following month or the month after and it closes above, that's so beautiful, okay? I'm really pumped for you and me, my amazing precious metals stack of people. Let's take a quick look at the silver versus, I don't know, they haven't done a silver version, but I'll show you my quick silver versus the S&P 500 thing. And I've got levels now. This is silver versus the stock market, okay? Because I'm pretty much all silver, as you know. But I'll use the gold to stock market ratio as my sort of canary in the coal mine to watch for silver. Silver has not even closed above its change of market structure. So its 0.5 level is actually here at 0.00167, okay? So that's its final hurdle. It has not even closed the month above there. So gold is definitely winning, okay? We haven't even closed there, okay? You start doing that, closing months above it, then we'll talk turkey for silver versus the stock market. It will follow, basically guaranteed, okay? So, but now my new high targets, tell you what, if gold can do 400, 500% from here, okay? Let's talk about silver. What can it do? And potentially silver can have massive overperformance versus gold as well. But let's just do 400 to 500. Okay, look, 400 to 500 out of interest. That actually pops it here to its previous, close to its previous all-time high. Okay, again, because silver, when it goes, it really goes. Okay, so it massively outperforms gold. So that's actually why you're seeing this all-time high be a much higher percentage. So, okay, maybe we might not see much higher in this silver to stock market ratio. Okay, you might see it much higher in gold, but maybe not much higher in silver. But that's about your 400 to 500 level, and that's at around about your 0.786. That's at about your 0.3, so about one third of an ounce of silver. Wow, can you imagine is that 1/3 of an ounce of silver? No, that can't be the right. It has to be the other way around. 1 point of the stock market gets you... Oh, I think I've done it the complete opposite way. There, I think I meant to say with gold that it was 1... Anyway, short answer is number go up, okay? And it might go up even higher. So if we're talking about potential higher prices, like breaking this all-time high, look at the 1.618 Fibonacci. That's around about there. Oh, that's your 1,000 mark from... Not even from here, actually from here. That's about your one. Yeah, it's about 1,000 times. So that's about matching your highest target for gold at the moment versus the gold versus stock market one. So that's around about your 0.6 level right there. Anyway, watch out for that all-time high and watch out for that 0.6 level. That's the quick silver to stock market ratio, but we're mainly focusing on the gold one. Cool? Cool. Right there. So if you would like to stay updated on gold versus the stock market, please do your own ratios, do your own charts, okay? Or just follow me, hit the big red subscribe button on YouTube and follow me on X. We are going to go back to the thing, share the screen, and we're over this side. Okay, any more comments on that? Let's see. Platinum is easy to buy but harder to sell, like palladium. Platinum's not that much harder to sell, to be honest, I think. Now, are all the chats coming through? We have a little decent amount of people watching. That is fantastic. Yes, happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. By the way, you are watching Good Morning Stackers with me, Joe Main, and all my wonderful GMS crew. We're going to get to quick gold, silver, platinum analysis, Bitcoin, crypto analysis, and then we'll get on our merry way. Yeah, I think that's right, Pete. Platinum is so cheap, but palladium I think I'll need to convert into silver. Yeah, so I'll go back. Now, are all your comments coming through? Now, if I check the comments here, CT says rhyme, thanks. Now, why aren't they coming through? Why aren't they scrolling? Why can't I see them here? So Don says GMS, y'all, but that's the only comment that I see, and I don't understand why that's not going through. So give me 1 second. I'll see if I can see what's going on there. I'm going to do that. Why am I not seeing all the chats go through? Why isn't it not? Yeah. BTC, please. Yes, Bishek, I will get to BTC. Yeah, that's coming up on the live chat, but it's not scrolling on there. Why would that not be doing that? I don't know. That is really frustrating. Let's see. Is that because I need to do that? That's really annoying. I'm so sorry, guys. That is not showing on the thing. Okay, my apologies. Don't know why it's doing that, and I will have to investigate at another time. So let's show the thing here. Space Miner says, I like the inclusion of ratios in our news. Spot doesn't tell the whole story. Correct. Absolutely. Agree. BTC, please. Yes, we'll get to that. Let's see. Comments. CT says, I'm guessing at the end of summer for the downturn of the stocks. You could be right. You could be right. Let's see. Rhyme time, UK. Got that one. Morning all. Knackers O'Reilly. Good to see you, bro. Gerald Draper's here. The mass adoption of governments, financial institutions, including retirement hedge funds, corporate, and even early adopters. I should just go back in the chat. Do we have... Oh, yes. Real-world assets and AI plus DeFi is a winner this round for crypto. We'll talk about crypto very soon. Let's share the screen very quickly. Going to quickly show you gold, silver, and platinum because we have, well, we always do platinum anyway. Here is, very quickly, I'll shoot through it today. Could be a longer show today. Let's go. Here is gold on the daily time frame, priced in USD, $3,001. We're back above $3,000. We have not broken the new all-time high yet. As I have been saying, just watch out from here. We're looking a little peaky. Okay, now I've been saying we've been peaky for a while. I said we were peaky up here, and then we had, I said, we were peaky for a bit. We'll have a retrace. Then we had that retrace down to under the mother of all trend lines. Give me a minute. Let me get rid of that. Cool. Then we broke above the mother of all trend lines. The mother of all trend lines being this one here, which is the ultimate ultra bullish scenario for gold. Okay, it is hugely damn bullish. Okay, mother of all trend lines goes back to 1980, 2011, and we are above it now. Okay, While we're above it though, okay, just the momentum is starting to wane, okay? Yeah, we could rocket up to, 3,200, possibly even more. But as I've been saying, if you take a look on the weekly time frame and with the relative strength index, we're just getting into some kind of bearish, short-term bearish divergence right here, where you have higher highs on the price, but lower highs on the relative strength index. So unless we start creeping above this downtrend line right here, if we start doing this, okay, great. You start doing that, cool. All right, then this means higher highs, and then also still even there, as I said yesterday, that would be a flattening out. So that's still a divergence, even if you come up to there, higher high, but flattening out. So it is getting bearish shorter term, okay? And when I say shorter term, could be a few months, I don't know. But yeah, starting to roll over a little bit. The momentum is starting to wane. We've now hit that psychological value of $3,000. We could continue onwards and upwards from here, sure, but it won't last forever. We will have some kind of consolidation in price or consolidation in time. Okay, so I'm saying anywhere from here, it's just, yeah, don't be surprised from now. You had this impulse, looks like a kind of impulse move. After we came to 2960, that moved back down to 2830. That's a pretty quick move back up to test the $3,000 mark. Pretty quick move. My feeling is that from around here, and as I said, anywhere between here and 3,200, that's going to be your area. Cool. Did it there last time? No, that was the one, and it's that one right there. 2,900 I've had drawn in to 3,200, anywhere between here and here. Momentum is waning. Look on the daily time frame, for example, higher highs on the daily price, lower highs on the relative strength index. But I guess if we look at the monthly chart, what does the more macro say? See, even look at that. Look at this on the monthly, okay? Higher high on the monthly time frame, even though we haven't closed the month, so we haven't got our perfect points just yet to, go from there to there. It could be there to there. It's getting up there. Look at that. Okay, so let's say it's around about here. That's a higher high on the monthly. And it's technically not a higher high on the monthly over here. Okay, it's actually right now it's a lower high. And there's your flat right there. That's a big divergence. Big, much higher high on the monthly, and that's flattening out. That absolutely signals some kind of bearish divergence. Again, in the shorter term, maybe for a few months, where it ticks over. Now, many people think that this could actually be a sign where the stock market actually has a bit of a blow-off top in 2025. So gold's done its thing in the first, late part of last year, the first part of this year, and then stocks are going to go back. That might mean crypto follows at the same time, okay? Gold is just waning at the moment. The steam is running out. Now, that would mean, obviously, if a lot of people have gotten into gold and all the big investors are going, well, okay, it's sell in May and go away. It's in the traditional sort of winter time for precious metals where it generally just lags versus everything else. Well, are those big whale investors or the institutional investors, are they just going to sell the gold and just park it in US dollars, park it in dirty fiat dollar currency? No, they rotate into the thing that's in its kind of more peak, okay, or it's in its season. That could be potentially the stock market, okay? So that's when we talk about gold versus the stock market. It's great to see it over that 0.5 level, but it hasn't closed the month above it. And, it's not guaranteed just yet, but it's looking very good over the longer term. Just watch out for here. It's just looking, steam is running out. Momentum is waning, but it's great to see it at a new all-time high of $3,000. Around here is going to be its time, I think, its area. That is gold. So let's take a look at silver. Silver on the monthly, but let's take a look at it on the daily. We'll go back to the monthly in just a second. Silver on the daily time frame, $33.80 US. We are still hovering above. Gee, what do you know? Support level twice of $33.50. That was my final hurdle, my new final hurdle for new highs soon. We are above it currently. We've failed to close above $34 properly. So we've had two spikes. Okay, it's remained as support. We just need to see it hold and do that would be great. And that will be onwards and upwards to that $35 level. Once we break there, we're probably up to $38.50 roughly. But obviously on the more macro, let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly time frame. This is different. Again, this is different for silver than it is for gold. Okay. Gold's already been in extremely overvalued on the weekly time frame. It's already been extremely overvalued. See, this is gold on the weekly. Okay. Extremely overvalued, overbought. Okay. Silver on the weekly. It hasn't even spent time in there. It did it back here, briefly pierced it, double top there. Then we've had that huge consolidation. I mean, since like last year, like May last year. Silver has a very good potential of massively outperforming gold very soon. Okay. Again, hasn't even gone to extremely overvalued. If I look on the monthly time frame, yeah, look, it's ticking up at the moment. Look at gold. Look at silver on the monthly. It is just an absolute no-brainer at the moment, okay? So gold, as I said, momentum waning, okay? Now, generally where gold goes, if it does have a bit of a dip, that probably means silver might too, but it might not dip as much, okay? And that's why I think you'll see the gold to silver ratio have a decent drop even more so very soon. But look, silver's looking fantastic. Just got to hold above that $33.50. Then we'll get up to $38.50, and then we'll talk $50 and new all-time highs and all that stuff. It is looking fantastic though over the longer term. Hold above $33.50. That's more confidence for me. Looking great though. Okay, and gold to silver ratio. Yeah, looks like it might be starting to tick over. Potentially right here, we did talk about the fact that we broke down, and this has now acted, gee, what do you know, as resistance. Okay, so silver outperforming gold, having a bit of a move back up again. Gold's outperforming silver in the last couple of days. I'm expecting this now to become continued resistance, and I'm expecting this to drop further. Where to, I don't know, but watch out for this support level in here at around about 84. And of course, as I've been saying for a million years, if when we close above 80.5, below here confirms silver's massive dominance against gold, okay? Is that coming soon? I don't know, but you've just got to watch out for that big support level right there. But yes, so my current prediction, all right, I'll give you my current prediction for gold and silver over the next couple of months, and we'll see if that changes. Gold's momentum is waning, okay? I think it's getting into a bearish territory, short-term bearish. Silver's not looking as bearish, so I think gold will probably go down pretty soon. Silver will too, but maybe the gold to silver ratio will have a big drop, okay? So silver might not go down as much, or it might just consolidate at a support level. So that's my current theory for the next couple of months, okay? Of course, if that changes, I will let you know, and I could be completely damn wrong because I'm just an amateur. Follow the professionals, not me. That's gold and silver. Let's do platinum. Yeah, man. Ooh. Here is platinum on the weekly time frame, priced in USD, $1,000. We're back in four-digit area, quadruple-digit area for platinum per troy ounce right here. Looking, again, cautiously excited. So I'm cautiously excited for platinum right now. On the relative strength index on the weekly time frame, it is trending up again. Okay, so that's looking good. If I check, what's this? That's the relative strength. So I don't want that right now. So that is moving up. Okay, if I have a look on the monthly time frame, and look, it's just the relative strength index has been in this massive consolidation range. You can see right here between there and there. So it's failed to break out of it yet. If when that breaks out, you're going to see this rocket up. Okay, and it is a lagging indicator, I understand, but we'll also take a look at other indicators. We are, again, look, cautiously excited. We did close last week above it. We're still in that cautiously excited range, which is anywhere in here. I'm cautiously excited, okay? Once we get it, there's so many lines, sorry. Once we get above here, I'll be excited for platinum. I'm not there just yet. So if I get rid of, no, actually I won't do that. Short answer is cautiously excited. That's all you really need to know. And of course, I will be uber excited if when we close any month above 1,115. But look on the monthly time frame, looking good. Okay, looks like potentially at this stage, again, cautiously excited, that the best buy zone of, where are we, 900 to 750 might be done now. Okay, if we can close this month in that cautiously excited zone, great, because have a look on the monthly time frame. Spike, close below. spike, close below, spike, close below. You close the month above roughly $980. Close this month above it or any month above it. That's looking good. Okay. Preferably, I want to see it close above here in my excited area. And if it does there, in my excited area, in my pants, if it closes above there roughly, oh man, really good news. And then that'd be a massive setup probably in the next few months for a move to test the final hurdle of 1,115. And then, really extra excited in my pants if we ever close a month above there. That's full bull for platinum. But that's where we are right now. Cautiously excited zone for platinum. Good news. We're going to go straight to all the other stuff, okay? By the way, buy from Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, the best bullion dealer in all of Australia. Free shipping when you buy over 20 or more items. Mix and match those items if you want. Price match promise. Find stuff on their website for cheaper at another website, and one of the major bullion dealers with terms and conditions apply. They'll price match it, plus you still get the free shipping and all that stuff too. Come on, man. It's the best in the world. perthbullion.com.au. I work for 3 major bullion dealers, and these guys are beating all the ones I previously worked for. Even the ones I still love, okay? I've worked for 3 major bullion dealers. 2 out of 3 of them, no, I wouldn't say that. I love them all. But sorry, Perth Bullion Exchange is the best. You're getting beaten by the new guy, perthbullion.com.au. And speaking of the other new guy in the unallocated gold world, Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. Download it for Android or iPhone. It's a phone app that you download, okay? You save and invest in real physical gold for spot plus 1%. Only spot plus 1%, let me do that, to buy gold, okay? You can buy $1 million of gold with wealthstack.com, Australian owned, operated and regulated company, or you can buy $10 of gold, okay? Come on. If this is not for you because you're like, oh, I don't like unallocated gold programs because I can't hold it in my hands, that's fine. Send this to your normie friends and family who don't want to hold the physical metal, but they want backing with real physical metal. Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. Get them to check out the frequently asked questions page, and you might check it out too. You might go, look, I'm happy to spread my holding method around a little bit, and it's really convenient too. It's a great app, okay? Go over to the iPhone or Android stores right here, and that's what the app looks like right here. Wealthstack, one word, that's your logo, that's the user interface, all fully secure. Sign up with your ID and all that stuff. Get buying gold now. It's a great way to dollar cost average in a small micro way. Get it? Got it? Good. Let's go. I'll make this pretty quick because I do have a sick son to take care of. Let's see. All right, cool. This is the monthly. Ooh, this is interesting. I'll go to the daily. Ooh, even more interesting. Cool. Here is Bitcoin on the daily time frame, priced in USD, 89,976 US dollars as of right now. It looks like so far the bullish divergence pattern playing out. Where it plays out to, I don't know. Could this be it? Sure. We're nowhere near over hurdles, big hurdles that we need to get over in order to say that Bitcoin 2025 is going to continue. Okay, but great to see you had that lower low on the price. You had the higher low on the relative strength index on the daily time frame. Okay, so lower low, higher low on the RSI on the daily. That set up a potential bullish divergence. Looks like it's playing out at the moment. We've certainly seen a higher price so far. Not over this key level, probably of around about your $86,000 level. If we break there, yeah, okay, then we'll talk higher prices. But you need to break here. Most definitely, right? Break there, okay, then we'll talk potential even higher prices from there. The big price hurdle that we need to get over, as we've been screaming at for a while, is right here, this uptrend line. This is the one that goes back to, and I won't show you, but it goes back to the previous all-time highs. So it's just 2 points of those previous all-time highs, and then this is the line. It remained as massive support after we broke through it. Finally broke through, now it's acted as resistance once. We don't want it to act as resistance twice. We need that to happen, and then go time probably for Bitcoin in 2025, and then we'll talk higher prices. Nowhere near there at the moment. You could easily see a tick over, and then we just come up to a level, and then just That is entirely possible for Bitcoin. We could be done because, again, we're talking about longer term timeframes here. So good to see it at $84,000, but yeah, just keep watching, keep following me, and just if you're in crypto at the moment, you just got to be really careful. Okay, now many people will be calling the bottom and saying, "Oh, you're crazy, man. This is absolutely just a blip along the way. We're moving onwards and upwards from here." You could be right. I cannot be guaranteed of that just yet. Okay, that's Bitcoin. Now, because I have that kind of thought for Bitcoin, I have to say it's true for all of crypto, which is true. So here's the positive though, a quick little positive. This is others, the altcoin market. Luckily I've got my hat on because the light's going crazy. Altcoin market minus the top 10. So this is basically all of crypto. Okay. Others, we are back above 230 billion. Great. But look at the big downtrend here. Okay. Clear big downtrend, which some very much other smart people than me got out at around about here. We're talking about ASX Trader. What a legend he is. I'll do another interview with ASX Trader very, very soon. Got out of that crypto back here. Good on him. Okay. Clear downtrend. We've had this move down to this uptrend line, which goes through these points. Why is it not going through there? I don't know. There you go. Through there and through there. Yeah, it was through there and through there. Anyway, we broke down and we had a quick fake out. I don't know why it did that to me. So give me 1 second. You can see that very, very clearly. So there and there. Doop. There you go. That's better. We had that move down, that quick fake out down below. Okay. We're back above it. Great. But the Fibonacci line is at 230 billion. We're around about there right now, but we haven't. Look, failure, third failure potential. We've got another 33 minutes until the close of the day. I don't like the fact on the daily that we've had 1, 2, 3 spikes at exactly basically the same resistance at about 235 billion. And we've basically failed to close above that line. We closed above slightly, then a move back down. It's got to close above, okay? Close decently above on the daily, then we'll talk Turkey and then potential higher prices. As I've said before, got to clear here. Got a bare minimum clear 280. That's a really good sign. Clear 280, and then we'll talk Turkey. I'm just a bit of a broken record at the moment. So just watch out for crypto, not out of the woods. XRP, out of interest, because it is the crossover crypto between the precious metals market and the crypto people. Okay, still above its neckline, so the head and shoulders pattern is not playing out just yet. Watch out for the potential playing out. So far, so good. Above $2.10. While we're above there, great, and that's the same thing. That's, yeah. So we're above it. Head and shoulders pattern, not fully playing out yet. Might not do. Hopefully we get a bounce and we do that. I don't really see that pattern a lot, but you never know. If we break this neckline and break $2.10, we're heading down to probably around about $1.30 at least. On that, let's see what else I need to do. I'll do you very quickly, and then we'll do some final comments and we'll get out of here. Okay, let's see. Please hit the big red subscribe button to join the GMS family. Okay, here is Toshi on the 4-hour time frame price in USD. Nothing a lot to say. I won't even make a video on this. It's 0.00038. I'll get rid of all of you, and this is the daily time frame. Nothing to really report. We are still within the normal range for Toshi. We did find some resistance here at 0.0004. Could this be the bottom for Toshi? Yeah, sure could. At around about 0.0003. Could be. I need to see it break out of here, maybe have a retest, and it's got to break out and above 0.0006 at bare minimum. If we don't do that and we find resistance and we come back down here, bad news bears, then you're like talking much lower prices. So, okay, in a no man's land at the area, if you break back down below here and find that as resistance, bad news bears again, and we're heading down, maybe even to my zone right here of 0.00022 to 0.00018 is the next sort of major support level. Okay, at there. That's Toshi. Are you still in? Post a comment below. I don't know if I'll use this as a separate video. But yeah, that is Toshi. Cool. Move over here, do that. Then, so you know what I did as per usual, right? Let me see. Should I do that or should I do that? No, got it on my nose. Overcast day. And then I thought, I'm going to pull the sheet down off my window. And yeah, it didn't work. The sun came out, you son of a bee. Final comments and we shall get out of here. Again, I don't know why this is not scrolling. My apologies. I will find out why it's not scrolling. So I don't think there's been any other super chats, but I'll double check. Gerald Draper says the mass adoption of government's financial institutions, including retirement hedge funds and even early... we read that before. It's getting to the point where it's really hard for me to read all of your comments. So super chats really do help people. Let's open this up a little bit more. The global revaluation of precious metals as gold was your primary worry. I say, right. A global agreement will be established on the third try. Get ready for stable coins. Oh, man, you could be right. You could absolutely be right. Pete Repeat says, count your wealth in ounces, kilos, and tons, not in dollar terms. Yes. What is your precious metals able to buy? Okay, can it buy the same amount of stuff in 10 years' time that it can right now, or that it could 10 years before? That's at least you're maintaining your wealth. Is it buying more stuff of the similar things that you buy? Then you're gaining in wealth. Okay, because again, gold could go to $10,000 an ounce, but a loaf of bread could be $500 in a hyperinflationary scenario. Got to measure it against the ratio against other things. The problem with palladium in Australia, not many dealers, yes, correct. Not many dealers deal in it. They don't sell it and they don't buy it back. And even those that do buy back at around about $100 under spot, yeah, you get way less. It's actually around about 80% of spot. From last time I would have done buying back a palladium deal many years ago now, it would have been, I think it was 80% of spot was the policy. Okay, so yeah, you can't get spot for palladium at a bullion dealer. You can in the private market, probably, sure. You can get spot for palladium in the private market if someone wants to buy it. But again, the demand for palladium, not so much. Palladium also comes attached with GST when you buy it in Australia. That's why it's a pretty unloved metal here in Australia. Although there are times where it's massively undervalued versus other precious metals, etc. So then with those, GST and then under spot, it still might be worth it, but you'd have to get at a pretty darn low ratio to other precious metals. Yeah, palladium not that popular, except for a little bits of time. Should have just bought gold, to be honest. I saw it at $3,000 and I bought at 1,050. Nice. So it looked good, but it's not doing anything. Right. Okay. Platinum is easy to buy, harder to sell. You said that before. It's not that hard to sell. Honestly, you'll get spot for it at a bullion dealer. You can go to any bullion dealer and sell platinum for spot. Well, sorry, let me start that again. You cannot go to any bullion dealer and buy platinum for spot. My apologies. There's only 2 bullion dealers in Australia that buy back at spot price, and that's Bullion Now, as you know, who I worked for many, many years, and Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, also buy back at spot. You buy from SD Bullion, so they buy back. They do great safe storage too. Good on you, Rhyme Time. Yeah, SD Bullion in the States. I'd love to visit them. I haven't been back to the United States since I started investing in precious metals. Have I? I haven't been back to the United States one single time since I've been investing in precious metals. No, I haven't. I'd love, if I go over for a holiday or whatever, man, I'd love to go to SD Bullion. Go to all the big bullion dealers. That'd be so cool. And I do some live shows from there. I like the inclusion of ratios in our news. Yes, you do. That's fantastic. Joe reading backwards again. Sorry. The 200-day moving average needs to catch up for gold for sure. I've got to go soon, guys. All the big boys sitting on their dirty dollars. Yeah, waiting for the crash so they can buy up all the assets for cheap, cheap, cheap. Yep. Warren Buffett. Be Warren Buffett. And I agree. Yes, silver is going to absolutely fly. Maximus says the last move in silver is off the back of hidden. Ooh, listen to you. The last move in silver is off the back of hidden bullish divergence on the RSI, indicating a continuation of trend. Look at you, young whippersnapper, with your hidden bullish divergences. I like that. Is off the back of hidden bullish divergence on the RSI. Okay, Sure, let me check that. Let me shock it. Let me go there. All right, give me 1 second. Is it hidden bullish divergence? I go divergence cheat sheets. Okay, here's your divergence cheat sheet, and here's silver. Is it really? Let me take a quick little look-see. Silver, hidden, the latest move. Depends what you're talking about. I guess depends on the time frame. But let's see. Hidden bullish divergence, by the way, is when you have. I love my cheat sheet here. It's great. If you can, you should. Babypips.com. Hidden bullish divergences. So a hidden divergence is a higher low and a lower low on the relative strength index. Higher low, lower low. Okay. So we're talking about it depends on the time frame now. I see what you're talking about. You are talking about, now I think you're talking about this, and you would be correct, which is this right here. So higher low on the price, lower low on the relative strength index. That is absolutely war. Yeah, no, that's true. Yep. Based on there. Look at that. And then you had a double bottom. So you are absolutely correct, Maximus, my young whippersnapper fella. Right there, the young stacker who's just joined the channel just recently, just getting into stacking. You are correct. Higher low, lower low on the relative strength index. Yes, a bullish divergence, hidden bullish divergence, which is a continuation of the trend. Well spotted, young man. I'm 46 years old, so I can say young man. I think I can say that. I think you're like 22, 23, Maximus, from memory. On the daily, yes, thank you. You are correct. Thank you, Joe. Holding platinum, hoping for some great news. Platinum will go where gold and silver go. Okay, got to run, guys. Thanks, my friend. I appreciate it. Missed the first half. Had to pick up salt from the pool shop. Okay, cool. It's worth more. It's worth more than gold in this rain. Yes. Okay, good point. Let's see. Wally Chang. Just did a public speaking course. Am ready to share my story and knowledge now. Let me know if you want to do that in an interview. I definitely want to interview Wally Chang. Oh, for sure. You are coming on the show, big boy. I will. I'll send you a message. Okay. Have a great day, everyone. Yeah, everyone's sort of getting out of here. So Maximus says, therefore, I wouldn't worry too much if any bearish divergence. Well, yeah, the question becomes there, Maximus, which one outweighs the other, okay? And with a hidden bullish divergence, the bullish divergence stops at some point, okay? So the question is, where is that? So the answer is, I don't know. So I wouldn't agree that I don't have to worry about any bearish divergence, even though we've had hidden bullish, because it depends, where it stops at. Okay, everyone's getting out of here, so I'm going to get out of here too. Sorry, I got this chat up. It's not scrolling. I'll find out why that's not scrolling. I'll do a bit of a grok search and see if I can fix that, because it's just not scrolling for me, and I don't know why. That's annoying, and I apologize. I'll see what I can do better about that for you guys. And of course, you'll get another weekdaily show tomorrow, Wednesday. As a heads up, as a reminder, tomorrow I'm going to be trying something for the very first time live on air that I've never done in my life. Okay? Millions, billions, probably, at least over a billion, probably more than a billion people do this thing on the daily, multiple times daily, every single day. I've never done it in my life. I'm going to try it for the first time, okay, with a little bit of a twist, okay? I'm really teasing you for tomorrow. If the thing arrives in the mail, I'm going to try it for the first time live on air, and I'm going to live stream my reaction to it at the same time. Ooh, you're like, what the hell could that be? Maybe some of you will get it already, but that's what's going to happen tomorrow. So really, you want to see tomorrow's show, okay? And if you want to see tomorrow's show and you want to get a notification, follow me on X, because I go live on X, and subscribe on YouTube. You get and hit the notification bell on YouTube as well. You could see when I'm going live, trying that thing for the first time. It's going to be interesting. Oh, a little nervous. I wonder what happens. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, grab your tasty beverages. We're going to do the final synchronized slurp, because this has been
Good morning, Stack. Oh yeah, we're feeling fine. podcast time.
Grab it.
Grab a tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove.
Let's do the
Synchronize slurp.
3, 2,
Now we're
1.
on
Slurp
the
it, people.
move.
Thank you so much, gang, for watching. Stay safe, stay informed. You got another show tomorrow. Keep stacking whatever you're stacking. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.